Once, in a magical forest full of cute creatures and two talking trees, there was a secret house belonged to a girl named Little Red Riding Hood. Once, she heard from her mother that her grandmother was sick, very, very sick. So, her mother baked a pie and gave it to her. And she said, "Little Red Riding Hood, there are two paths. One leads to your grandmother's home and one is in the deep, deep forest which the big bad wolf is in. You must take the road that has the sign safe." Little Red Riding Hood was beautiful but very, very naughty. She said, "Okay, mother." Once the mother closed the door, she went to the other road. Once she was entering, the small tree saw her. Then he shook the big tree. Like, "Little Red Riding Hood is going in the deep, deep bad forest." The big tree said, "What if we wave? Maybe she would stop and listen to us." Small tree said, "Okay, it's worth a shot." They both started waving their branches so much all of the leaves fell down. And Little Red Riding Hood was catching them. And she went off. And the small tree said, "That worked very well." So once she was picking one beautiful blooming yellow flower, the big bad wolf popped out of the bush gave her a big scare. And then he said, "Hi, I'm the big bad wolf," she said. "Hi, I'm Little Red Riding Hood. Nice to meet you." She said that Little Red Riding Hood said, "My mother has told horrible stories about you, but you're that friendly." The big bad wolf got a plan. So he said, "How about we have a nice race to your grandmother's house?" Little Red Riding Hood said, "No, I have no time for a little game." The big bad wolf said, "Come on, it'll be fun. You take that path and I'll take this one." He thought before he gave in the path. The big bad wolf gave the very hard obstacle path to Little Red Riding Hood and himself very clear. So while Little Red Riding Hood was struggling through a big deep hole, the big bad wolf was merrily walking on to the granny's house. Once he knocked on the door, Granny said, "Who is it?" He changed his voice. The big bad wolf said, "It's me, Little Red Riding Hood. Open the door, Granny." Then Granny said, "You don't sound like Little Red Riding Hood." He got scared. Now what do I do? So he thought that what if he says that the big bad wolf is chasing him? So she would let him in. So the big bad wolf said, "The big bad wolf is chasing me. Quickly open the door." And the granny opened the door and the big bad wolf ate her and dressed as her. And he was playing the video games. As soon as he heard the knock on the door, he jumped into the bed acting sick. And the Little Red Riding Hood slowly knocked on the door. He made a funny voice and said, "Come in, Little Red Riding Hood. The door is open." She came inside. She said, "Wow, Granny, what happened? What big eyes you have." Big Bad Wolf said, "The better to see you with." The Little Red Riding Hood said, "What big ears you have." He said, "Better to hear you with." Little Red Riding Hood said, "What big nose you have." The Big Bad Wolf said, "Better to smell you with." And then finally she added, "What big teeth you have." And then he popped out, "Better to eat you with." And then he grabbed Little Red Riding Hood. The hunter man near her house heard the scream. He raced over there and he was thinking, I would be the first one to kill that wolf in this forest. Maybe I can go. He took the gun and he started shooting, but it wasn't coming out. There was a bottle cap stuck on it. He fixed his gun and then he started shooting. The So Big Bad Wolf opened his mouth so wide by looking at the hunter. Granny came out, and then he started shooting the Big Bad Wolf when he was running. From that day on, Little Red Riding Hood had not seen the Big Bad Wolf or heard of him ever again. The end. Okay, bye everyone. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. Bye!